Hello and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We are continuing our Atuuk playthrough here, and we are getting ready for war. So we just picked the stronger direction here, and we are getting a good amount of tech from scrapping the cruisers and all that other good stuff. So still making some progress there. I like to see that. Skilled command is very nice because that's going to be a pretty big upgrade for us, I think. I do feel like we might need to retrofit a little bit now. And then we do also have bigger ships, so I can, well, once I have the money, I can actually start expanding our fleet a little bit and maybe splitting it into two different fleets. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Right now I am in the process of retiring virtually everything. Just to try to get some more tech advances. Go ahead and stop those. Reserving. That yellow is a new color. I don't remember seeing that before. So that's actually kind of nice. A much more clear indication as to what's going on. Like that. It looks like we're still able to milk a couple more techs out of retiring ships. We'll have to keep going there for a little bit. If we take a look at our tech, we're almost done with unlimited trade, but we could see that we made some more progress over here. So Guild Command is something we got. Combined Military, Galactic Diplomacy. All good amount of progress. We already had Enhanced Research, so I think we just gotta keep working here. I do want to get these Diplotechs up and running because that's going to help with the assimilation speed of the different species that are now in our empire. I feel like that just makes sense to do. There we go. Unlimited trade is done. Large troop transports are in progress. They're not quite done yet, but they're getting there. These all say no mission. Some of these are retiring still. They offer us protection, huh? That's interesting. We got a couple more ships that are still... Guessing we're getting pretty close to maxing out on the tech we can pull from retiring these ships. One of our ships, the destroyer. So a destroyer actually got pinched in that. That's not great. All right, looks like we're still saving up some cash, so I don't want to spend it quite yet. I do want to let the cash save up to the point where we build everything that we need to build. Particularly things that are going to help our economy. Seems to make sense. Okay, looks like we are okay now. Everything is being built that needs to be, that we were kind of sucking money away for. I'm waiting to see this guy pop down to the other area and start getting deconstructed. That might be a hot minute. Is there anything that we still can't build ourselves that is part of this? Terminate autocannon, impact assault blaster. I think we may have maxed out on some of the tech we were pulling from these things. Large troop transports, I do want to... I can't crash research it. I don't have enough money. It would have been nice. Impervious compounds, we must be making a little bit of progress on that somehow. Well, something has better stuff because we're getting real close here. Let's go ahead and bump this up the list. Knock that off. 82 days is pretty quick. Shockwave V2 is pretty good as well. Let's move that down one. All right, the rest of the stuff we'll leave it as is. Let's take a quick gander at abandoned ships. Are we still reconstructing this? I assume we are. Can't really see our ship here. Check out the construction ship and see if we could highlight it. Something in here is going to be building the planet killer. No. Broken Prowler is constructing, so let's look for the one named Broken Prowler. Yep, you're there. Okay. All right, so you are there building. Take a look at the private sector cash. Okay, they are doing okay. They're not as good as they were. They were like plus 200 something. Looks like we got a new planet. I will take that. This is human plus 25. Let's build this facility. Looks like we had a massive plague going on. Seem to be past that, at least for the time being. Doing some repairs here at the spaceport. Hoping we might be able to retrofit at some point relatively soon. I must have accidentally clicked this to put it on patrol. I don't know if I wanted to do that. So this does have a hyper deny, which is an improvement and maybe flux armor. Not exactly sure there, but get you back over here to retire. What about you? You don't have any better armor or anything. You do have a hyper deny, which is tech we would benefit from. There we go. Velocity shard researched. Are we all loaded up on troops? We are. Well, almost completely. All right, this guy is in the same boat. Well, it doesn't have a hyper deny. I think we have all these weapons. Go retire this at the planet just because we have the capacity there. Retrofitting seems like a pretty good idea. All right, we are about to get Energy Vortices version 2. So hopefully the end result of that is we have better ships. What are you doing over here? Why are you attacking Gravelix on your own? I mean, it worked. All right, it's time to go invade planets before the strength runs out. I feel like we really got to get that done sooner than later. But the retrofitting has to happen as well. We do have some money in the bank, so I might be able to get these large troop transports done. We don't need them for this war, but I think the next one we definitely will. What's going on with this guy here? You're the one that's stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Like you got refueled. Hopefully everything will be okay. Doing some sort of retrofitting on the fuel tankers, it looks like. Okay, we are done. Well, it looks like they're pretty much cleared out of this area, so let's just head directly over here and be ready. This is in a nebula, so we are going to have to pop out of the nebula and come over here. Oh, and we actually have a planet over here. So it's mostly just getting this other planet in our system. Let's see if we can push for at least 3, if not 4, and get as close to their capital as possible. We might be able to pull it off just looking at the troop counts. Here we go, another tech breakthrough. Exploration ship. Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. But at least it was just an exploration ship. How are we doing on that, by the way? 34 ships. I do want to take out some of these pirates. They're starting to clutter up the place. Also, after these repairs are done, I am gonna put everybody back in a fleet here. Just so we have a second fleet here that is capable of defending, at least to some extent. Take a quick gander at our planets. We have 18 of them currently. I just want to make sure we can build everything we need to build. I'm gonna build an energy academy. And a high-tech academy. Galactic command center's fine for our capital. We do lose mining rate and colony income. Maybe not that. So the two things that do mining rate. A little nervous about losing the colony income. Okay, you're all repairing up, it looks like. Almost to our destination, and then we can go to war. How are we doing on mining stations? Looks like we pretty much got everything we planned on getting. We have too much of some of this stuff, but that's okay. I'd rather overbuild than underbuild. We could always trade more. How is resort locations? Looks like there's one available. And then research locations, just this one. And it's covered in... And it's on the other side of the galaxy. We're not in too big of a hurry to try to get over there and do that. Okay, we are about to land where we need to be. Then war shall begin. Hopefully we'll be able to do some damage to these guys. I feel like they're not doing too well overall, so hopefully we'll be able to get away with building the research station. I might want to actually start with coming over here. Just get right up in there where their fleet's at. And declare war on them once we're all up in their grill. That way we can at least take out the invasion fleet. Let's go ahead while we're at it. I mean, since we're going to be building up. We have... In this fleet, we have destroyers is the biggest, so let's get some cruisers and some battleships. I don't have enough funds for too many of them. We're going to add this to Fleet 1. Just so that when they're done, they can join in. Head over this way, make sure that these guys are in the center of our attack. Should have probably figured out which ship had the troops on it, and then focus fired on that. We could try to capture this, I guess. Never mind. We just blew it out of the sky. All right, let's head back over here and invade this planet real quick. All right, that was a pretty clean kill there. We got that colony taken over. Build up this facility here. Now, we did lose a lot of troops to trying to keep these guys happy, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. See if we could refuel here. There is plenty of fuel on the planet. That looks like we're repairing up pretty quickly here. I don't know what's attacking. Maybe there's a bunch of little ships? Like planetary defense? The only thing I can think of. I think this is the only guy that needs fuel still. Where's he at? He's there. I don't know why he's not refueling. It looks like they're heading over here. If we can wait for them at the star, maybe there's a chance we can... I don't know, do some damage to them. Go try to protect this planet too. Head over here with the other fleet. Colony ship got constructed. What's going on there? Not seeing anything crazy on suitability. I don't know what they'd be doing. Maybe there's a planet with Loris fruit or something. You know, we're not gonna get very far without loading some troops up, so let's go back there and load up these troops. Maybe by then the administration will be done and I can load up even more troops. We got these guys heading over here. Hopefully they'll get there before they do. Alright, that's built up. Looks like there's 1 or 2 troops available. All right, we're going to move these down the list, and I think I want to focus on the diplomacy techs, given our current situation. How's this going here? We should be getting close to this planet here. Looks like we are. So look like they're kind of piling in over here. Let's see what that looks like once we get there. Now, each one of these fleets only has a couple troops. I don't think it's anything too crazy here. I'm hoping they land right by us and we can engage in some combat with them. Okay, we've picked up every troop that we're gonna possibly pick up at this point. Make our way to the next planet. Okay, they should be landing pretty soon. These guys are not too far away. We might be able to jump over there and dig into that. All right, these techs were pretty quick to knock out. 1 year is a decent amount of time, though. I don't think I'm ready to mess with that at this point. Might as well get the rest of the basic text done, though. Not that 1 year's a long time, it's just... It's not 40 days, you know? It looks like this fleet is moving out. Okay, first group is landing. Other side. Dang. Restricted trade agreement, I'll take that. Alright, these guys are hopping down there. Maybe with any luck we catch them over here instead. Come on, take off already. I know you're landing all your bombers and interceptors and stuff, but... There you go. Oh, looks like they are heading towards the planet. Well, let's just turn around and go directly there and make sure we're protecting the planet. Where we would rather be protecting anyway. Come on. Alright, invasion is commencing. Don't know about these guys. They're just taking a while to jump, it looks like. Alright, well, the good news is most of our fleet is already there. Alright, we should be doing a number on these guys, and they might not be able to jump away. I think we have those jump suppressors. Well, if not, we're just decimating them anyway. Alright, well that worked out really well on this planet. We were able to scoop up most of our troops. Let's head down here and just keep plugging along. Like there's a fair amount of defense over here. Okay, so they were doing an outpost. I don't know why they would have been doing that. Maybe, oh, empire-wide bonus. Got it. I guess that makes sense. Alright, 23rd Invasion Fleet. I don't even think there's a fleet left to attack. Okay, well, I think we are going to go with smarter. A little unfortunate we did lose some strength, but overall, I think we're still doing pretty good. Scarans are definitely getting beat back. There's a possibility we might be able to take their capital. It really all comes down to how many troops have to get left behind on these planets. Oh, there's Scroll of Generations. What does that do? I mean, we're about to find out. Alright, Scroll of Generations. That is 5% colony happiness. Empire bonus. Well, that's certainly nice. Oh, those guys are all the way over there. Okay. We're good there. Did these ships actually make it over to us yet? I don't think so. They're still on their way. They're almost there, though. Right, these guys still have railguns, which is pretty garbage. Alright, we'll keep moving our way. How are we looking on this planet? There is one more troop we could scoop up. Let's go ahead and do that. We do have some Daewoo now. Check the colonies. Looks like there are a couple colonies we could get now. Keep moving along. Enemy general captured. That's certainly a not a good thing, but a decent thing. Right, what's this planet? Looks like a good quality planet. Camino, Ikaru. The Scaran's not really meant for this planet. Alright, we are up to 22 planets. We'll have 24 after we colonize, 25 after we invade. So we're starting to grow. It's starting to make a difference. We're not all the way there yet, but we're getting there. Alright, here we go. We did that silly thing where we only landed a couple troops. Hopefully more of them pile in pretty quickly. Otherwise we're going to lose too many troops. We're definitely going to lose one. Kind of unnecessary. I was hoping we wouldn't lose any. Alright, we're back to loading up troops. We are running a little slim pickings on the troop front. 4,200 is not a ton of troop power. Little concerned about trying to take their capital with that. We could probably take some of this other stuff. I'm guessing they have more troops in here than we would think. I'm gonna move my other fleet over here just to, I don't know, maybe clean house and see what they got exactly. Oh, never mind. Let's go take these backwater planets. We could take both of those and then go to peace. And then in another war, we could take out the last bits of them. What I'm thinking right now. And then by then we'll have large troop transports and we could start building out proper fleets. Feeling like that's the way to go. We got some economic recovery to do anyway because some of these planets we're taking over are pretty negatively impacting us. We have to wait for a little more assimilation to get things up and running. What's going on here? Right, that'll be fine ultimately. Right, high volume cargo transfer's almost done. Large scale construction will be a nice upgrade to our medium spaceports. Hopefully we'll just clean out their capital here real quick. Okay, we did get some scientists that we scooped up, so let's sort by scientist and try to recruit them. That would be very helpful. I'm going to spend a decent amount of money trying to make this happen. Anything to help research, because that's really the number one thing you can do. Did not mean to click return. Wanted to recruit. Okay, that's about as good as we're getting here. Alright, let's try to circle a little closer and then we'll do an invade. Alright, are they in there already? They must be. Yeah, it looks like they are. Alright, we'll try to take this one last planet, and then we're pretty much out of troops. I think we can only get this one more. Then we'll go to peace. Right now, I'm just coming here to harass them. No, you don't have anything to invade with. Let's, bombard them. Alright, let's stop the bombardment. I don't want to accidentally destroy this, because this is, very beneficial to have. Alright, looks like we are wiping these guys out really easily. Ooh, that actually had more defending it than I thought it did. I mean, it's fine. We might be able to take the capital. Maybe. Give it one more bombardment. Just to soften it up a little more. Yeah, I mean, gonna be close, but I think we might be able to take it. Let's at least try. Feels like the right thing to do. I am worried about killing this building on accident, though. I mean, we didn't kill any other buildings, so maybe... Maybe it's doing just enough damage. We'll let these buildings rebuild just a little bit, and then we'll do it again. It does seem to be damaging the troops a decent amount. Okay, that probably made a decent amount of people unhappy. Actually, my reputation's in the positive, so not complaining too much. We did kill some troops, and the troops that are left are fairly weak, so hopefully we'll be able to take this. There are some pirates over here. Gonna do one more bombardment. Okay, that did take out the rest of the troops. Like, we should be able to just move on in and invade. You know what? Let's manually move forward. Alright, there we go. So the only ones protecting the planet now are the civilian population, which are much, much weaker. Let's hop over here and try to take this out. Definitely a possibility I just finished destroying them. I don't know where my troops are. I feel like I don't have any troops, it's just tanks. Right, well, we're still going to try to load up here and... Ooh, that did a number on that. We should be okay to get over here and take it over, though. I'd like to just wipe him out and be done with it. It's kind of the goal here. Will we be able to do it? I don't know. Yes, it looks like it is swinging in our direction. We have more bonuses, so this should actually wipe out the Bascarans entirely. Now, I was a little close. I mean, we're definitely getting a little soft on troops there, but overall, I think this is going to work out for us. All right, large-scale construction is done. That is large construction ship, medium spaceport. So our construction ships theoretically should start retrofitting. Should be getting close here. Okay, 2 troops left. And there we go. I think that is the end of the Bascarans. I think. Here, we'll put you on invade, and we will move you back to our home system, I think. Oh, wait, no, it's not the end. Oh, they took over one of our planets, the Sneaky Pete's. That's not good. And they still had this over here. All right, well, we're going to have to try to load these troops back up and get over there and defend our planet. And here I thought we were done. We are not. My guess is we could stop somewhere along the way and scoop up some troops. There is a troop there. Are there any troops here? There's a troop. Okay, so that'll should be enough to take this back. Never mind. Did this lone troop transport just go re-invade this planet and take it back on its own? That's awesome. So it looks like that is what happened. All right, so I'm leaning towards... Let's just try to take out this as well and be done with the Bascarans entirely. Kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, none of these have any actual troops on them. They're not going to be able to do a whole heck of a lot of anything. Alright, so we'll get the 4th Fleet to go up here then, I guess? Just try to clear them out of that place while we finish scooping up troops with this fleet. And then we'll come take this over. That should wipe them out entirely. And then we don't have to worry about any of it. Maybe not. It says they have 5 colonies. Where else could they be? Peace deal for a lot of resources here. I'm a little concerned about that. I just don't know if I have enough to offer them as an exchange. Well, if they have 5 colonies, then I do not have the capacity to wipe them out at this point. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. I do want all of their mining stations. That would be ideal. So that's 5 million. I give them my galaxy map. I really don't want to give them spies back if I don't have to, but... too much money. I'm gonna go into debt, like massive amounts of debt, to make this happen. Okay, we are not researching anything right now, and we should be. We don't have any money to trigger any research. I probably should have thought of that before I bought all that. We could do this. I mean, it only gives us 26 days worth of research, but it's something. All right, well, the hope is that the private economy, I mean, we should have a massive amount of cash flow from all these new stations. My hope is that that kind of bails us out. Probably not, but the hope is it does. All right, let's talk to other people and see if we can negotiate something for money. You don't want to offer me any money. Nobody wants to offer me cash. Maybe they're all broke. Will the Biscarans offer me anything for cash? No, I just gave them a bunch of cash. Maybe they were massively in debt and that didn't even pay off their debts. It looks like we're heading up here to colonize another planet. All right, at this stage, we are just trying to recover financially from an extremely negative situation. All right, we need to cancel protection agreement. All right, we are going to start murdering some pirates because I want them out of my territory. All right, let's go over there. You are where? You're over here. Where's the next nearest pirate? I'm down here. We take a look at our planet. Oh, we can colonize this one too. If we take a look at our planets, we can see there are definitely some very negative ones, and mostly it has to do with assimilation, or, you know, I should say lack of assimilation. Once they assimilate, we will be in very good shape financially, but until then, we are going to struggle quite significantly, I think. But it'll be worth it in the end, because I think having a functional private sector that is making a good amount of cash flow will ultimately yield positive here. Just a matter of kind of limping along to get there. I really just need to get some research going. Yeah, let's not even bother with that. Let's just Alright, we just had a bunch of foreign ships join us, which I'm guessing is a bunch of garbage pirate ships. So let's go ahead and retire those. Yeah, these are all trash. Scuttle that. All right, where's our next batch of pirates? Ah, they have some planets over here mixed in with the other people's systems. All right, are there any planets in the proper part of our, or pirates in the proper part of our empire? Does not look like it. We're about to wipe those guys out. Those guys can head over here and kill these guys next. We can come down and take out these sinister buccaneers after we refuel. Alright, looks like we're knocking it down. They're not fighting me at all. Just interesting. I would have thought they would have been fighting me. Wipe these guys out. Roll. Are we allied with them? We have a non-aggression treaty. Let's cancel that. Time to become aggressive. Oh, let's get those pirate ships out of there too. Okay. Tell them all to retire, even though some of these are... I don't know what's going on with them. These are all very old ships. We just scuttle them. I'd rather just scuttle them. Huh, some of these are so beat up, they really can't do anything. Alright, we are refueled there. Let's go take a look at the next pirate base we can potentially take out. I think it is over here. Looks like it is. Zoom in on the Sinister Buccaneers. Fly over here and take this out. That will wipe out all the pirates that are in our immediate area. Not that they were too harassing, but at least they're not going to mess with any of our, you know, non-military ships that are still lingering around there. Let's fire this guy. Gonna go down this whole list here and fire everything that is not a fuel ship. All right, go. All right, another colony founded. I think we're gonna go with friendlier this time around, just because it did give a happiness bonus. Although that's offset for a couple years by direction doubt. All right, let me just double check and make sure there's no other pirates in my immediate area. Here's some bandits are close, but they're more into somebody else's territory. I feel like I probably went too deep in the red on that, but it is what it is. I'm hoping that these guys will go cash positive relatively quick. And then we'll just start chipping away at this pretty rapidly. That's my hope. We'll see what actually happens. We did lose a ship here, I think. I think this was 21, and now it's 20, so we must have lost something along the lines here. Hopefully it was just a fuel ship that I had added to the fleet, but no guarantees on that. Oh, you were getting fuel. That's right. There, you're waiting for fuel tanker. We'll wait here for you. Okay, Sinister Buccaneers have been eliminated. I'm sure means many more ships in our queue than we had before. Can we... Alright, let's just highlight everything and say to break it down. And then let's hire, or let's sort by fuel tanker. And stop. Close to fully automate. Okay, so I think for now we are officially done I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode there. We are creeping ever so slowly towards being cash positive. Money is starting to tick up a little bit as we retrofit and build more mining stations and do all the good things that come out of private sector funds. Looks like we have quite a few resources flagged to get built. So that is all happening. Planetary wise, we are, these are slowly getting better and better every minute as we get more and more assimilated, and that will only get better over time. Once we go cash positive, we will be in a much better position. And then from there, I think what I'm going to do is start building out actual fleets like I do normally. We are up to 30 colonies now. We will be at 31 once we colonize this planet here. And I think that's going to put us in a pretty good place to branch out and start pushing against somebody else. So the next question is, who is my next target? Like, who is the person I need to attack next? I mean, these turquoise guys seem pretty weak, and like we could potentially go to war with them. I'm a little concerned about going to war with these purple guys because they're pretty sizable. If we look at them, we can see they have 65 colonies, so they're double our size. And fleet strength wise, they're definitely 3 times more powerful, at least, that we're aware of. The Gazurians are more equal to us, so I'm feeling like this might be a good direction to go. We could see that their fleet strength is about the same, but once we build up our fleet strength and get more invasion fleets, we will be better positioned than they are, and hopefully be able to handle that. I don't think we leapfrog over anybody and try to just take out these turquoise guys. We're friends with them anyway, so I don't really want to break that friendship at this point. We also have these guys here, and they are relatively about the same as us, so that's another avenue we could go, although I'm not sure we would do that yet, because again, I'd have to kind of the closest planet's actually pretty far away. So I'm thinking, even though they're a little bit of a tougher species to deal with, I'm thinking we come up here and start pushing against the Gazurians and taking them out, and that would get us over to this region, where then these guys, the Cludair dynasty, who we're friends with right now, but they only have 10 colonies, and by the time we plow through the Gazurians, I mean, they might be gone. And if they're not gone, they're weak enough that we could gobble them up really easily. And then I think we got, I don't know who these guys are over here. It looks like the Atuuk, they only have 2 planets, so that's really easy to potentially gobble up as well. And that'll take us, kind of loop us around here, and then we should be able to take out the rest of them without much of a problem. So I think I have made my decision on the path we're going to take. It's going to be the Gazurians next. And that works in our favor because they're angry with us anyway. They don't have any friends. They're not allied with anyone. So I don't have to, and they're at war with other people. So their fleets are a little bit occupied. We got some room to work here. All right, well, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see more content in the future, and we will catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.